Hi, and welcome to the first Let's Play for Vinyl. Vinyl is a thesis game, one of two, at the University of Utah's Entertainment Arts and Engineering program. I'm Mike Heiberger. I am the lead designer, amongst other things, and with me is...
Zeph Fagergren. I'm lead on the art team.
Yeah, man, those last names. So many syllables. Vinyl is, you might wonder why it's called vinyl, right? It's a music runner, basically forced runner, and you're in a half pipe, and inspired heavily by the idea of like what it's like to be the needle of a record, right? So a lot of our design, a lot of our aesthetics are kind of informed by that, or at least initially started that way. So here's our cool little intro screen, and now we have our song selection. As a music game, you expect a song selection, but what's unique about our game is we let the player load their own music in, and this is just a core feature of our game, because when you load your own music in, we generate the entire level based on that song. So obstacle placement, pickup placements, filters is our big pickup. All of those are placed where they are based on certain aspects of the song, and the track is actually itself generated by the song, and its bumpiness, its twisting and turning, all generated by the song.
Yeah, so it makes you feel like you're playing your own music. So
that's right, and a lot of these, and most of these songs actually are from Zeph's own personal collections. What are we playing today?
Yeah, so loaded in some already myself. If you can see, there's some Mac Miller. We've got some Cage the Elephant, 311, Sublime, things like that. So let's go ahead and let's go with Cage the Elephant.
All right, Cage the Elephant. This is a 4 difficulty song. So
this one's a little bit more challenging. So this is our control screen, so you can kind of see how to play here.
Yeah, we're actually updating that pretty soon with a sweet video, so you'll see that coming up. So our first thing you're going to run into right now is the genre changer. So when we first started making the game, we were remixing it, remixing the player's music the better they did, right? And these filters would remix the music, the obstacles would remix the music, and it would have a very strong audio feedback. But what we quickly realized was that we were ascribing value to what sounded good to the player. And some people liked it, some people didn't, and we didn't really have any way around that. So what the genre changers allow you to do is play with your music a little bit more. So if you think your song sounds good, for instance, with, a rock filter or a hip-hop filter, you can choose, right? And we give the player 5 filters, well, technically 4 with one that is just the normal song. So right now we're going through the song as normal. You can kind of hear it, sounds great, but it sounds, just like the normal song, right? And this would probably be more for the player who's into the score and tap part of the game, right? And they really want to just get those high points, and maybe they just want to listen to the music and just play a game, right? But so this time we're going to run through, let's see, we're going to run through the rock filter. There we go. We have our sweet little devil horns up in the side there.
Yeah.
And the rock filter is really about making it sound like you're listening to it in like a live concert hall, right? Like you're at the local bar, and you're listening to this cool upcoming band, and it, maybe the sound system isn't like the best, but it has this really great, just kind of really big personal feel, right? Yeah. If you've ever been to a bar and heard a band before they were big, it's a really cool feeling, right? That's something we want to just kind of elicit with this. The same with the hip hop filter, bumps up the bass, right? It bumps up the bass like you're rolling on dubs and you got 20-inch subwoofers in your back, right?
Yeah.
This is our techno filter. This is going to give you a bunch of cool little sound effects added, and it's going to do like cool phaser filters. Yeah. And maybe it doesn't sound great with the rock song, and it sounds funny. Maybe you like that it sounds funny, so that's fine. Now that right there was maybe one of what I think is maybe my favorite feature of the game. It's been around since the beginning of development. That is our scratch mechanic. So once again, going back to this metaphor of being the needle of a record, one of the coolest things we thought you could do on a record was scratch back and forth, right? So what the scratch allows the player to do is actually rewind time, pretty much. You rewind the song, you rewind your streak, you rewind any mistakes you made.
Yeah, so if I hit one right here, I keep messing up, I can rewind, scratch back, and then I'm back to the
There you go. And now your score is back to where you were. You get to undo your mistakes. So what's nice about the scratch mechanic is it takes away some power from your side there, and you get power just by doing well, just by playing well. There's a lot of internal stuff we do, but really it's just playing well that should do it. Yeah. And so we have a few different skills the players can use to increase their score to prevent mistakes. Here's our second big feature is boost. So much like scratching backwards, you can scratch forward, right? So we're letting the player go faster. And what this does is this increases their multiplier, so they get a lot more score. But as you can see, if you hit something and you've used all your power, you can't scratch back, and you lose your streak. And so it's a big risk reward. It makes the game harder, but at the same time, it lets you get more points.
Yeah. Oh, I love this part of the song. This is going to make it sound pretty good. I wish I actually had a filter on right here, but still makes me feel pretty good hearing this part and just cruising through it.
And that's what's cool about the filters is maybe this time you didn't get your rock filter. Maybe you had a filter you didn't like, but the next time you play it, you can play a different filter and it sounds different, right? And so it lets you replay your songs, maybe experience them different. Maybe one time you pick all hip-hop just to see how it sounds, right?
Yeah, let's try hip-hop. Let's see what happens.
There we go. Here's our hip-hop. So you can see it doesn't have a lot of bass, so it sounds a little flat, but it's kind of interesting. Maybe this isn't your preferred way, but hopefully we've spawned genre changers because they're all procedurally spawned. We've placed them close enough that you'll be able to change it if you don't like it. Or maybe you do like it and you think it sounds great.
Alright, there's our filters right there going through them.
Oh, there we go. So that is our third and final skill the player really has at their disposal, and that is the shockwave. She does a little kick-flip jump, and when she lands, she knocks everything out of the pipe, and so that you can play sort of defensive. If you see a big spot that looks like it's going to put you in a little bit of trouble, you can go ahead and do a little bobble, and it knocks everything out of the way. It takes a lot of power, but it also, lets you play a little easier.
And there's that hip-hop again.
So, we like to really just get this really strong visual feedback. You hit a genre changer, it changes the texture, and the better you do, it kind of does all that cool visual effects.
And there she goes off into the record.
All right, so here's Zeph, and man, Zeph is crushing his last scores. As you can see, we have online leaderboards. They're kind of arcade style, so you can put in your initials.
So I can put in anything I want here.
There we go. Yeah, he's still on there from last time. He's been playing the song a lot. And that is his score. And in the final version, that'll actually be placed on number 1 right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So and if someone else connects on a different computer, they'll be able to see, Zeph is number 1 right now with that. Yeah. We give a bunch of stat dumps, like highest streak, obstacles, hit, all that good stuff. Let the player really know what they're doing.
And then right after, you can go back and choose a different song. If you don't like the song you just played, or if you want to experience another one, you go ahead and just add a new record in and play
add delete song, strike the leaderboard again. You can sort by your high score. You got a lot of cool features. So I think that's going to do it for our first Let's Play.
Yeah.
If you would, follow us on Twitter at The Vinyl Game, or at The Vinyl Game, I guess. At The Vinyl Game. On Facebook at facebook.com/The Vinyl Game, and our website is just thevinylgame.com, and on there we have an early access build. You can give us feedback, you find any bugs, or just want to say how awesome we're doing.
Yeah, see how our development cycle's going.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool articles about, a lot of different features up there. There's still stuff we haven't touched.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening, and hopefully see you again soon.